Maryam? Lisa, were shining with delight. I always knew that. Always. The girl's eyes were fixed on the video recording Ofer in a trance-like state, describing who she had been in her previous life. Sonya simpered as she looked over her shoulder at her laptop monitor, wondering why she had come to this seance not with her friends, but with Her Majesty, the Queen of Babylon, and Her Serene Highness, the Duke. Yes, a man of 17th century France. It seemed to her more and more that this was some kind of production, drawing of girlfriends. The medium will not be able to put her into a trance and will tell her that she has never had a life before. Or she would actually introduce her and make her say that she was a stupid peasant woman who lived in a stable and ate poop. Or maybe they'll just put her to sleep. Could these bitches have added sleeping pills to her cocktail? And the video is already ready. If artificial intelligence is editing porn with Hollywood stars, then making a video prank with her is no big deal. Sophia, said the medium, your turn. Lie down on the sofa as you please. Sonya obeyed the command without even looking at the medium, so as not to see his overgrown eye again. So, the cameras are set up. Zapizi went. Sophia, relax. Just focus on my voice. Nagarot achaim zurmim leoshanus shel geld alzman. The medium and her friends looked at each other in surprise. Sophia, are you still Sophia? Or do you have a different name? What is your name? Maryam. Maryam. The medium repeated to himself and wrote down her name in a notebook. How the world has changed between these lives. How Ta Mary has changed. Ta Mary? Is this ancient Egypt? Yes, ancient Egypt. That's what it was called when I was alive, Sophia. Mother, are you the queen of Egypt? We're a fucking gang. I am not a queen. I am a slave. Daughter of slaves. Older sister of slaves. But mother of freed children. Sonya's friends exchanged glances of gloating. Maryam, tell me what year you were born. I do not know what kind of genius it was. I don't even know the year she died. I'm confused about your calendar styles. But that night played a big role in the history of mankind. Maryam, tell us what happened that night. We were preparing for it. While the darkness in the eyes of the Egyptians deprived them of their sight, we collected clay in the Nile. The medium listened and made notes in his notebook. It didn't fit all of them, so we barely managed to collect the right amount during those 3 days at my house. We stirred the clay, pouring in the blood of lambs and the ashes of the burned bull. Then we gave this mass the shape of a man, a 2-meter giant. After waiting, I said, "Let there be a man," and Shem wrote on his forehead Shem. He came to life, and I told him to kill the firstborn in the houses, where the blood of the lamb was not marked on the door. I could hear him kicking down doors, the screams of the Egyptians piercing the night. Tears rolled down my cheeks. I knew that this was too great a price to pay, that they were suffering for the obstinacy of their king. At some point, I decided it was too much and went to stop him. I saw in the torchlight those he had killed. They were the firstborn of all stripes, old men with toothless mouths, men with bulging muscles, older women and young women who have just had time to give birth to their first children. Some he broke, others he crushed, others he tore. I followed the black trail that followed him, and it was only black because of the moonlight, which distorts the true color of blood. I entered the house where they tried in vain to cut him down, while he crumpled up someone's flesh, in which it was no longer possible to determine either gender or age. Then he grabbed the young woman and flattened her bulging belly, squeezing out her pussy. The men stopped hitting him and ran away. He pushed the still alive, screaming woman aside and turned to me. His hands gripped my shoulders. Bones cracked, and I shut up. I died before I could figure out why he did it. But now that I'm lost in my memory, I realize that he only did what I told him to do. He killed the firstborn child who wasn't behind the marked door. Do you realize that what you have just told us is very similar to the execution of the Egyptian firstborn? We executed them to save our children from slavery, but the Bible describes it differently. This was done by an angel at the behest of Yahweh, and Mary was a virgin. Even in your Bible, the firstborn of the cattle of Egypt also died on that night. Although their cattle did not survive the pestilence, which was the 5th year plague, and most importantly, it did not turn water into blood, did not send locusts. We did it. He only gave us knowledge, revealed to us the secrets of reality, and allowed us to use it.